So I hear a lot of times people are busy in their lives and they tell me, is working out worth it? Like, is it worth it?
Hmm.
Like, yes, because everybody knows, like, say, like, you're a smoker, right? And everybody knows it's bad, but some people will question how bad it is. Like, oh, well, my grandpa smoked all his life and he's still living his 80s. So, why should I stop? Point being, people will come up with stuff. And especially for working out, I hear that is like, yes, I know it's healthy, but I'm doing fine. I'm doing what I do. And I think, we're going to probably provide some data below, but I think in terms it goes a long way and you got to find what you like too. Like when I go to the gym, like for me, it's kind of like I do a little bit of both. I do cardio and weights. We're going to break down a little bit how those two are a little bit different. But I just do it because it makes me kind of happy. Like I get to put everything else away. Like everything else I'm thinking about that family, school, work, I just put all that to the side just for 45 minutes to an hour and I just get going. And I enjoy it, but you got to enjoy what you're doing because if you're working out like and you hate every second of it, then there's other stuff to do. Like say you're running on the treadmill and you hate running. Well, don't run. There's other ways of cardio stuff to do. You could do a hit workout. You could do a rowing machine. You could just walk. I mean, you'll probably have to walk a little more to get the calories, but there's definite ways to do it. So working out also doesn't mean you have to be in the gym 24/7. You could work out
Right.
plenty of different ways, but it's about staying active because there is one statistic we're going to post and it's kind of disheartening is that only 23% of people get the physical activity they need in our country. They get and what those requirements are either 150 minutes of just leisure exercise, which could literally just be walking. And people say, well, and that's a week, 150 minutes. So people could say 150 minutes, that's a lot. Usually in your day-to-day activities, unless if you're just sitting on your bed all day, you're probably going to hit that. So it's actually not that much. Or 75 minutes of vigorous, which can really help. So let's do that really quick. Let's break down the difference between strength and cardio. Uh, Strength is obviously more for bones, and you need bones to move around. Because if you don't do strength training, and sometimes you'll see the old people like walking like this, right? Well, they're trying to keep they're trying to keep moving around, or you see them doing light weights or like some weird exercises like little weights. Is because if you don't move your bones, they're gonna stop when they're older. So that's why that's important. And then obviously cardio, I think, is more self-explanatory, but that's more for longevity. Like, you got to keep your heart beating. So
Hmm.
weights are more for bones. Cardio is definitely more for your heart. But altogether, both kind of, it's not like exclusive. Like both could help each other in different ways. Like if you're doing the rowing machine, you're definitely going to get some bone help too, or swimming, definitely. You're definitely going to get some strength from that too. And if you're doing weights, that will get your heart, it won't get your heart rate as much if you're sprinting, but that's still going to get your heart rate up. So all in all, those are kind of the differences between them. But just if you're the one of the people saying that I'm not going to do it just because how much are the benefits? Well, there definitely are benefits. It's not like it's not going to kick in right away if you're 20 years old, but when you're 50, you'll be thanking yourself for it. But anyways, Jake, what I say if you were going to work out, what is the biggest motivator for you to do it? Like what makes you think, yeah, I'm going to go hit this? Like,
Um, Mostly because I want to get stronger. I want to be able to, lift more things. I mean, so,
yeah.
and I mean, I used to work out at home before, obviously I've kind of gotten away from that, as I've been working these past few weeks, got to my puppy, kind of gotten away from working out. Um, but I want to get back into that, I'm doing push-ups at home, I'm doing sit-ups, I'm doing, plank, I'm doing Russian twists, I'm doing all that kind of stuff. I kind of want to get back into that.
No, Jake actually makes a really good point I wanted to touch on before we left is what if I'm too busy? Well, that's valid,
Yeah.
but you got to space it out a little bit. Like Jake said, like he's not like does he have time to go to the gym for an hour right now? No, not unfortunately, and there may be a point in your life where you don't have that time to sacrifice, which is fine, but
Right.
do what you can. Yeah, do push-ups, do Russian twists, do what you can. But most importantly, I stressed this earlier, if you enjoy, you can find something you enjoy. You just got to search for it a little bit.